Many say the state's physical ability test is outdated, doesn't reflect the skills needed for the job, and discriminates against women. The state promised to review it, but years later, nothing has changed.
Every second counts. Those seconds and obstacles stand between me and a full-time job.
This 5-foot wall is one of the obstacles in the state's physical ability test that's preventing Freetown Police Reserve Officer Kara Pigeon from getting a full-time job on the force.
And I failed the PAT, and I am back to square one.
5, 6,
Recruits across the state have to pass the so-called PAT to get into the police academy. It's a timed obstacle course identical for men and women, created more than 2 decades ago that's supposed to test strength, fitness, and the everyday skills needed to wear the badge. Concerns about discrimination and the validity of the test have been raised for years.
I'd be very curious how many officers said they've climbed 6-foot walls in the last 2, 3, 5 years.
Natick Police Chief James Hicks is chairman of the committee which sets the training standards for all municipal police.
We never want to be able to be in a position that we're preventing good people from becoming police officers. If this test is doing that, then we need to evaluate that.
We first exposed the issues surrounding this test back in 2015. At that time, the state told us they were going to reassess it. But now, 2.5 years later, this wall hasn't budged, and women continue to struggle with a task that's rarely used in day-to-day policing.
Still a struggle no matter how many times I practice.
Kara's father even built a replica of the wall in their backyard.
I'd run around my house 4 times, and on the 4th lap around, I would hit the wall and try to jump it.
Data obtained by 5 Investigates for the past 2 years shows a 20% failure rate for women compared to 2% for men. In June, when we checked in on the status of the state's review of the test, we were told it was still ongoing, even though years had passed. And take a look. 2.5 weeks after our inquiry, the state issued this memo asking police officers to take part in a survey to begin the process to reevaluate the test.
It's more than dropping the ball. It's turning a blind eye to what we know is discrimination.
Lisa Broder McGann successfully sued the state on behalf of Westfield police officer Juanita Mejias, who failed the test by 13 seconds. Part of that settlement required the state to reassess the test. Now she's suing again.
Women are not suing and asking that the test be changed because they can't pass it. They're suing and ask the test to be changed because it's not relevant to what it needs to be to become a cop.
They're women like Kara Pigeon, who has walked the beat successfully as a reserve cop for 5 years.
My success in the 5 years that I've been working as a reserve police officer shows that I can do the job.
And this is the standard used to get into the academy, but many officers are never tested on fitness ever again in their career. We'll have more on that at 7. The state tells us the surveys are complete. They're going over the recommendations and discussing how to implement any changes to the physical ability test. Kathy Karn, 5 Investigates.